Welcome to the Huntingdon Halloween Parade for 2025. I mean, it seems like we've been doing it forever, but it's probably only been 6 or 7 years. Um, this is a project, a community project that is happening every year, courtesy of the Huntingdon Regional Fire and Rescue Department and the Huntingdon Moose Family Center. They're in this together. The actual parade is kicking off momentarily. We usually hear a fire whistle when that happens. I haven't heard the whistle blow just yet, but that means, is that it? Okay, there it is. There's the whistle. It's official. Now they're at 15th Street and I'm at 7th. So it'll take them probably 15 minutes or so to get down here. But then it's going to be wall-to-wall floats and fire trucks and mummers. So let's talk about the mummers for just a minute. The mummers are anybody who's in costume, okay? Now, there's a lot of people dressed up on floats in that, but the mummers I'm talking about are the ones that registered with the Huntingdon Regional Fire and Rescue to be in the competition, okay? The competition is to pick out the cutest, the scariest, and the most original costumes of the night. Now, it's more than bragging rights for these winners. The first place winner in each of these categories gets $50. Pretty good. Second place, our silver medalist, gets $30. And the bronze, not to be going home unsung, gets the bronze at $20. And that's for the cutest, or the scariest, or the most original. Now, we also have a lot of tremendous floats. And if you want to have a float in this parade, you can be a business, an organization, basically anybody. Basically, anybody is able to put a float in this parade, and it's a big deal.
Hello, Patty.
Hi. We've got the little ones out. Yes, sirree. So the neat thing about this is if you make sure that your float has a Halloween theme, okay, needs to have a Halloween theme, you're in line to win $500 for first place, $400 for second, $300 for third, fourth place still brings in $200, and our fifth place finisher even comes in at $100. Now, I understand I said that businesses could be in this, and if your float's all about what your business is, and you don't have a Halloween theme in that, well, you're probably going to finish out of the money. So you're going to make sure that no matter what your business is or what your group's about, you want to have that black and gold or black and orange Halloween flavor to it all. So that's the whole competition of tonight's parade. But the big thing that's got my kiddos interested in is this is about the only parade in the year, at least here in Huntingdon, where people are throwing out candy. And people are excited to get that candy. Really excited. They are lined from 15th Street, clear down here on 7th, down to where our OIP is on 6th, down on the 5th 500 block is where Joe Thompson will be down there announcing and calling the parade for the fire and rescue. And then a couple blocks below that at William Smith Street is where it all ends up. So we've got people from 15th Street all the way past the post office waiting for their chance to get the candy. Now, I tell you, if you really wanted to get the candy, I think a lot of people wait until they make that turn up here near Sherwin-Williams to really start dishing out the candy. So this is the area where we have the most amount of people. I'd say tonight it's a little cold And the rain yesterday might have scared people off, but it's not a bad night for, for middle, late October. It's probably 50 degrees, hoodie weather. Really what you'd expect for fall. And after having a real hot September, a lot of people consider this pretty refreshing. You don't need the furnace or the air conditioner this October. It's pretty cool. Now, a little bit about us. Hopefully you've been able to get your live stream going, and we've got our live stream going. And my name is John Kane. I'm half of the Fun Chasers. My wife, Pam Kane, is acting as producer and is going to be trying to respond to everybody's comments. So if you want to comment about anything going on or any questions that you have, we'll do our best to answer those comments. Now, what would really help us out is while you're watching and enjoying the parade, if you take just a minute to hit that subscribe button. Now, when you subscribe, you not only get access to the Halloween parades, and we've got archives going back from 24, 23. Heck, I even think we have I think we still have the 2022 Halloween parade back out there. So for anyone looking for ideas for floats or whatever, we've got a lot of resources on our channel. More than that, our real niche on YouTube is travel. And our most popular videos are the ones we do that's cheap travel, like cheap things to do in Ocean City, Maryland. One of our best videos as far as viewerships go. So if you're planning on heading down to Ocean City, Maryland, you're going to want to check that out. Now you might be saying, what's going on with your next video? You haven't had a whole lot out there.
Are you live, sir? I met you earlier.
Yeah.
This is Howard Brand at the Huntingdon County Parade with a good YouTube person, everybody.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so
much. Enjoy.
Okay.
He does good stuff. Enjoy the broadcast, everyone.
Thank you. Peace. Okay. Thank you, buddy. I am famous. Who knew that? I met that gentleman earlier when I was getting coffee and told him where I was, and heck, he found me. Back to Fun Chasers. Some of our coming attractions are the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. The last Saturday, the last weekend for the Ren Fair is coming up on Saturday the 25th. Now, I think they're open on Sunday, but on Saturday the 25th, I will be a tour escort for Fullerton Tourways. Yeah, you can get a guided trip down to the Ren Fair with yours truly. And my co-fun chaser, Pam, will be riding shotgun with me as we head down to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. Now, if you're thinking, do I really need to take the bus? Well, that depends if you want to get in or not. Because I've been told, and you can check this out yourself on their website, I've been told that Saturday has been completely sold out. So if you're waiting to get your tickets at the gate, I'm sorry, but you might have gone a whole long way for nothing. Good news, though, there's still some room on my bus. I'm not sure how much, but tell them the Fun Chasers sent you, and I'm hoping they can accommodate your request. Last time I looked, we had maybe 10 or 12 seats that were still available. So you can go online to Fullerton Tours and check it out for yourself. And you'll want to look for the single-day tours. So shout out to Fullerton Tours. It's been fun. They've been working with the Fun Chasers for a few years now. And when I was enjoying myself on some of those trips they invited us to go on, I liked it so much, I signed on to be a tour escort. Went through the training, and now I've taken people to see Noah down in Lancaster. I took a group of probably 50 people down to the Washington Cherry Blossom Festival. It's been so great to work with Fullerton, both as an influencer and also as a tour escort representing the Fullington name. Now, if you don't know Fullington, let's put it this way. They started things in 1908. And you're probably thinking, John, did they even have buses in 1908? The short answer is no. They started out with their commuter traffic with a team of horses and stagecoaches and wagons to get people from town to town in central Pennsylvania. They were one of the first forms of public transportation out here in central Pennsylvania. So big shout out to those guys. They started a few years later with 2 Model A Ford buses. And I believe you might find one of those, one of the earliest ones, if you're ever at the Fullington Terminal up in Duncansville. So a little bit of the history of why I love Fullington, why I chose them to represent and jump on board as a tour escort. Now we're still waiting. Oh, we got this fella coming down here. This is not a float, but he's floating along. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What are you selling? Everything. We got light up things. We got hats. Hey, this is cool. Guys, you're going to want to get some of this stuff because it's dark out, and this guy will light you up. There's about, I think I counted 4 or 5 different carts going around, but they're all the same vendor, and that vendor was approved by the parade committee, just so you know. Some towns, it's kind of a little craziness going on where everyone's competing for a little bit of the turf. Here, Huntingdon Fire and Regional Fire and Rescue clean that up, and they're just, they pick one vendor each year, and that's who handles the toys, and I think I saw cotton candy over there. If you're looking to get your popcorn, hot chocolate, and cocoa on, I just picked up a nice cup of coffee over at the Huntington Clifton 5, one of the most historic theaters that is still operating in the entire United States of America. And I don't know if they want me to mention this or not, but yeah, it's haunted. We've been in there different times. They actually give ghost tours different times a year. They've got, I think it's called the Huntington Paranormal Society. I probably have that wrong. But if you go onto the Clifton website, not only will you find out what's playing, but things that are still playing that probably should have stopped a long, long time ago. So that's a little bit about where I am. A little bit further down the road, we've got the Muddy Run Tavern. It's fun. So many different businesses down here. And we have this all the way down to the 500 block. On the 500 block is an area called Bryan Park. And in Bryan Park, they will have the community Christmas tree there in the, I think it's right around Black Friday that weekend. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but they will have an annual Christmas tree lighting down there with song, singing, and everything that makes a small town America, like we enjoy here in Huntington, so much fun. And here we got some more.
We have some shout outs to a couple friends.
Oh, we got some people here.
Say hi to Steven.
Hey, Steven is from Canada? Yeah. All the way from Canada. That is amazing.
Holiday Rhodes from Mount Union.
Holiday Rose. Yeah,
YouTuber.
He is a fellow YouTuber. You need to jump over there if you want to see some other travel videos. I love it because he goes places I don't. I go places he don't. And it's really kind of cool. So shout out to Holiday Roads.
And Thomas Walker.
Thomas Walker. Thomas, how you doing there?
Walking because he just had a knee replacement.
Oh, boy. I hope you're feeling better. I heard you just had a knee replacement. What did you do to blow out the one you had? I don't really want to. have a knee replacement because I'm afraid until that healed up, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Okay. Sorry about that, Thomas. Hope you feel better real soon. Still waiting for our first sign of the parade. Well, I'll look at my producer. What time do we have now? 7:15. Well, they're, according to my watch, those guys are just a little bit late. I'm not sure, but I can't blame them. I mean, at my age, it takes me longer to get down from 15th Street to 7th Street than what it used to. I am not my son. My eldest son, Richard, holy cow, has a fundraiser for his middle school where he is the director of bands. Dr. Kane walks 100,000 steps. He's done this how many years? 100,000? 3 years? 3 years in a row. The boy does 100,000 steps in a single day to raise money for the kids that are coming in to his band. So everyone gets an instrument, and everyone that wants a chance gets a chance to play the instrument that they want. It is so cool. But seriously, 50 miles in one day, a little bit more than 50 miles, that's a little extreme. He burns out a pair of Hokas in one day when he's doing that. And a shout out to my other son, Michael. He is out there crushing it as an author. He published a new book, I think it was this year, called Last Train. Not The Last Train, just Last Train. And it was picked up and published on Amazon. Crushing it. I mean, if you want to have something that makes you look at the train crossings a little bit differently, the sound of that whistle. I mean, I read that book a year ago, I think it was, and I still jump every time I hear that train whistle. So I won't give you any more spoilers than that. But you want to get on Amazon and get yourself a copy of Last Train by Michael Kane. Okay, enough of the self-promotion. You know, you might think, why are we still doing this after all this time? I guess you could say we're too stubborn to quit. That reminds me, we've got a new project down. Pam, my wife, and a dear friend of hers, Linda Allison, have put their heads together, and they've come up with a podcast available called Too Stubborn to Quit. The Pam and Linda Show, or Linda and Pam Show. What is it, Pam and Linda? Pam and Linda Show. And you can find that on Spotify, YouTube, and I believe on Apple. So everywhere you watch podcasts, you're now able to take that podcast, Too Stubborn to Quit, with you, and it's great entertainment when you're driving to work in the morning. And they just launched their first episode, and the second one is being prepared. They're working on that one.
Yeah, the second one's already up. The second one went up last week.
It went up.
Yes.
The second one is already up. So they're hoping to drop one every week and talk about all the things they've got going on. And too much, I don't want to spoil too much, but check out that launch video.
All right. Because he doesn't remember. You got to come closer because of your microphone.
Okay.
This week we have a special guest coming on. It's going to be Old Ladies Against Underwater Garbage. Susan. We're going to say Susan, and we can't wait to talk with her. She's from Cape Cod, and these ladies, there's nobody in the group under 65. It's going to be awesome. Hope you tune in. It'll be up on Friday.
Yeah, and when we're talking about Old Ladies Against Garbage, we're not talking about people that just go out and look for it along the side of the road. I mean, we need people to do that, of course, but these people put on scuba gear and jump in ponds and dig up the old tires and radiators out of the muck and mire and they clean up the ponds up in the Cape Cod area. It's really just quite amazing that people like that. So if you're retiring, if you're in the autumn of your life, hey, it's just like the leaves out right now. It can be a golden time for you where, those people there, and I think Susan's 85 now. The founder of the group is 85 now. She's still scuba diving. So if you want to know more about that one, you have got to wait and check out Too Stubborn to Quit. So be sure you don't miss out and get that podcast on your phone so you don't miss a single episode. Now, another way you can help us is Apple and Spotify. The more people search for them in those platforms, the higher things come up in the search. But on YouTube, it's a little trickier. We need 50 people to help us get all the tools opened up and turned on. So with 50 subscribers, we'll have more tools that will enable us to tell our message. Well, hey, look, we've already got, I'm going to step back here a minute. I see police cars, the good kind of police cars. They're starting to come down the road. They're about a block away. The flashing red and blue lights are coming down here, and the moment you're waiting for, the 2025 Huntingdon Halloween Parade is about to start. Just another shout out while we wait for those first units to appear is to take a moment to share this video with your friends. You can take the link and you can share it with your friends by text or on Facebook. If you're looking for an easy way to share it, I made a shorter link for it, and it's tinyurl.com/capital H, capital P 2025, and that'll get you to this live stream instantly. So we are getting to see these first units approaching. I hear the sound of distant drummers. I think we've got 3, 4, possibly 5 bands going to be here. And this is cool. This is one of the newer vehicles from Huntingdon Police Department. It's a pickup truck. I love pickup trucks. Still drive a Silverado. My ride's not as cool as this one. Thank you for your service. Following Huntingdon, and the mayor Tom is on the other side passing out stuff, and our state trooper, our Pennsylvania State Police from Troop G is here. And I believe this is, yes, Huntingdon County Sheriff's Department. Thank you for your service. All here. Okay, we have an honor guard that is approaching us. It looks, I see a fire axe, so I'm thinking this is the fire department's honor guard. That's hard. They're actually in step with nothing but their sergeant of arms counting out the cadence for us. That's tricky. Hello. We have our first fire units. It is our host, Huntingdon Regional Fire and Rescue Department 65. Oh, this is cool. A little bit of something to put on your calendar for 2029. I know that's in the future, but they will host the Central District's Volunteer Fire Convention here in Huntington on August of 2029. So if you're a firefighter, part of one of the other departments, you want to go out there and swipe through your calendar to 2029. I don't have the dates, but it's August 2029. Wow, that's the biggest hoagie, and I've had some big hoagies, but this is a big hoagie. Yeah, that is one big hoagie. Now, this is a UTV, all-terrain vehicle. We've got a lot of people that enjoy camping in the woods here and hunting, fishing, and they get themselves in the craziest situations where they require rescue from time to time. And our fire departments have responded, and several of them now have UTVs, so they're able to go places that they can't take a fire truck. The Huntington Moose Family Center, thank you for your support. And there's a Huntington Moose in the truck. How cool is that? And this is the Huntington Area Marching Cats. Let's step back and take a listen. Shout out to Dr. Richard Kane. Hey, how you doing? Watch yourself. Hello. Hi. All right, a little bit more music. We have a huge cheer squad from Huntington Area High School and I think middle school. I think everybody's here. Well, that was a lot of fun. Oh, Reb, we got a Bearcat happening. Woo! Woo! Hey, and let's hear it for the equipment driver. They make all this stuff happen. There is a lot of stuff that goes into putting on a marching band, and it all fits in that trailer. There's some girl, Aunt Em, I believe, is driving the truck. Huntington Area Marching Cats. A slight distinction there from the Bearcat. Louie and Bingo. All right, these are some of the mummers out there, and I think they're chasing down Cutest, and that little girl there looked like she had a bloody sword. Ouch. Look at that scary thing. And we got a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, I think, running there. He is ready to go. Now, if I think he was in front of the parade, it would have been down here a whole lot sooner. That little fella's got wheels on him. All right, we have another fire unit here, an ambulance from 501, Unit 501 from Huntingdon. Little background there. This was always originally Department 5, and McConnellstown was Department 6. They merged a few years ago, in out of the best interest of all and became Department 65. So now it's a regional thing. Another unit here. Huntingdon Ambulance Authority with the EMS. A backup unit to the other one. Oh, okay. It's a little frightening inside there. Hopefully by next year we may have a double camera system so we can put one in motion. Right now with the locked tripod, I'm not able to show everything I'd like to show you. But hey, that's a good reason why you should put this parade on your list. Now it's usually early. Hey, October 20th is a little early. But they like to save Halloween for, usually it's the trick-or-treat night here in Huntingdon where the kids get to go out there and knock door to door and enjoy the candy. That unit was from the State Correctional Institute, and they're honor guard. Okay, one of our first floats for the night in competition for that big $500 prize. And it has definitely got some spooky Halloween theming going on. Thank you. Thank you. That float was from the State Correctional Institute here in Huntingdon. Happy 90th birthday. Trying to figure out who's having the 90th birthday. I think we're a little late if it's the guy in the passenger seat. Oh, it's the 90th anniversary of the library. Okay. I saw that skeleton and I thought we were celebrating that birthday. How do they say it? Ghost humulously. All right, we've got a nice group of people here. Some crayons, a bunch of people up there on the float. Ooh. Say hi to YouTube. Huntingdon County EMA. And some more mummers. Definitely going for scary here, I think. Definitely going for scary here. I know I'm not messing with them. Yeah. It looks like the head vampire there. And he's smiling. I guess it ain't all that bad. Oh boy. Our friends from Community State Bank are passing out the candy. You know, I'm always hoping that one of these banks will start passing out money. But, I guess that's just me. A bank, free samples. It's an idea. If you don't suggest it, no one will try it. Kish Bank. Okay, Kish Bank. We'll say hello to our buddies over at Kish Bank. Hi. Okay, another float coming down the road here. This is one of our Pee Wee football teams that they're out here every year and a little bit different. This is not the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is more like the Huntingdon Steelers. And I believe this is that Pee Wee Football League cheer squad. And they are tossing the candy. Hey, all these adults you see alongside the kids, they're what makes the magic happen. All the moms and dads out there that get your kids to all the stuff they're doing. Hey, a big thank you. We know what it's like. We had kids that were in band and plays and so many different things. Grandkids that do the softball, grandkids that do softbox derbies, you name it, right? It takes a village just to get kids where they need to be these days. Okay. Yep, and here is the football team. All right. They're not bashful. That's good. Well, that was fun. All right. We have another fire unit here. Petersburg, a little town from a little bit up the road there, and their fire queens. Huntingdon County Fire Princess Bailey Houck and Allison Maurer. You see if I got those names right. If I didn't get them right, let me know in the comments. I'll try and do better next year. Wowie! Yay! One of our local radio stations. Watch your step. Yeah. Hey, you are so YouTubing it right now. Thanks a lot. You are worldwide. All right. That was one of the units, one of the sports teams from the Juniata College. And that unit, not to be confused with police or fire, it's the public safety unit from Juniata College. And we have a YouTuber filming our YouTuber. All right, I like that. United Crown of America. Thank you. Miss Huntingdon 2025. Things are slowing down just a bit. Well, there's another mummer, and boy, he's scary looking. Wow. Okay. Okay, we have another unit here. Our queen from Alexandria. Riley Meese, I believe it is. Little Princess from Alexandria. Evelyn Wise. Yeah, this is Alexandria's. It's their engine. Took a minute to look there. That is their engine, engine 1 from Alexandria. Yeah, we have Gainers Gymnastics called Flippin' Magic. It's pretty cool. And I'm looking at this truck here, and I'm having a little truck lust. I don't know. Tell you what I want for Christmas. Like a new Chevy truck. Hey, Chevy, I got an idea. Why don't you sponsor our channel? And you get me that truck, and we'll say all world of manner nice things about you, Chevrolet. Things are stacked up just a bit. We have a line up here, and I believe that's probably resulting from our friends down at Bryant Park, about 2 blocks down, where they're trying to get a good look at each and every float, trying to get a good look at each and every one of the mummers. So if they've got the cutest, they've got the scariest, or the most original costume, they will be seen. Not sure who's judging this year, but they usually have a really good cast of judges. And if you're looking for who won, I'd say pick up a copy of the Daily News, and you should be able to find that. If you're from Huntingdon but not here anymore, the Daily News is available online. All right, the parade is starting to move along. Gamers Gymnastics. Oh boy, and she is doing the gymnastics on a truck while moving. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Man. All right. Now, probably going to need to talk through some of the music when they're playing it on here so we don't get a copy strike. I've heard something I kind of recognize. So if sometimes they don't shut up, that may have something to do with it. We want to make sure that YouTube doesn't stop. See you real soon. All right. Another float coming up here. Safety at this parade is a primary concern. They ask all the kiddos to stay back off of the, close to the curbs, and people bring the candy to them so they're not running all over the street. These trucks, all of them are big, and it's hard to see at night. So it's always important that if you bring your children to an event like that, that you make sure everyone is abiding by the rules. Stone Valley Community School. All right. All right. That is not a costume. That is a real Volkswagen. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. Got another group coming down through. Leaving a gap of probably 25 or 30 yards between groupings here. And we have another fire princess. Hello, Mount Union Fire Princess, Kendall Gutschall. Brush truck from Mount Union Unit 1 Fire Department, and they are, I believe, Company 7 as well. We have a giant chicken coming. That's pretty cool. Oh, no wonder. They are from Bricktown Chicken. Local answer to the national chain. And, you know, local tops franchise just about every single time. Bricktown Chicken. I think the chickens are dropping eggs. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. Trying to get the attention of that chicken. Hey, chicken, can you do the chicken dance? Welcome to Texas. We got a theme here going on of the Texas Chainsaw. I got blood all over my truck massacre. All right. And I guess they're not quite done. I still hear the chainsaw running. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is a real chainsaw. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that qualifies as scary. Sorry, we don't mean to be filming your crime. Please don't hate us or find us when you're done with that one. Sorry. All right, we've got some Huntingdon County Career Technology, the Best Said Cadet. So I believe this is something to do with our local vocational and technical high school. I believe they do have a public safety program there where people can learn about being a police officer, fire, or EMS. Hi. Yep, I got that right. Huntingdon County Career and Technology Center, HCCTC. Followed by the Juniata Valley High School Marching Band from Alexandria, Pennsylvania. Taking a break from their typical green and white uniforms, they need something a little bit more scary. I mean, what's your choice for color guard? You want a flag, a silk, a rifle, a saber, or a lightsaber? I'm thinking lightsaber. Yeah. I'm sorry to say I know what that is. That theme song is probably, oh my, close to 60 years old. right. Let's hear it for the trumpet hero. All right. Well done. Drumline kicking it. Not to be outdone. Special unit 26-1 from Newton Wayne. Newton Wayne. Followed by Newton Wayne's Engine. It's a good drum line, man. Yeah. That's got your toe tapping, doesn't it? Engine 26-1. Call out for Newton Wayne. How you doing? All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Now, this Ford is looking pretty good to me, too. I don't know. Maybe Ford could give us a sponsorship. This truck is lit. That truck must be lifted at least 6 or 7 inches higher than normal. All right, it's the Colts. It's the Colts. It's the Colts, yeah. You're on YouTube, yeah. Yeah. Coaches and dads following their kids on the field and in the Halloween parade. Like I said, what do we do without parents? Just straight that. Whoa! Okay, that was awesome. He's coming back around again. Oh boy! Oh wow! Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. That was a wild and wonderful wheelie. I got another group coming down here. How you doing? Colts. All right, still for more of the Colts. Let's hear for the Colts. I think sometimes these Pee Wee football teams have bigger teams than the pros. They definitely have a lot more energy, that's for sure. If you're thinking these trucks sound a little rough, that's actually the medvac helicopter passing overhead on its way to Penn Highlands. All right, another float full of football. And there's still Colts. More Colts. So many Colts. All right. Okay, we have a float down here, and it's carrying a number 2 on it, which means I guess anything that has a number on it is up for judging. All right, and they got a bunch of kiddos on this. Shout out to the good people at Runks Towing for lending a hand here, making this possible so these kids can be in a parade. All the people that have supported and made these floats possible by donating their equipment, shout out to you. You guys make it all possible. All right. Hey kids, how you doing? Hey. Yeah. Yeah, you are on YouTube. You are on YouTube. All right. All right. This is the cheer squad from the Colts. All right. Wow. So, hey, let me know in the comments who you thought was louder, the football team or the cheer squad. I don't know. Some of these football teams, boy, they got some noise going on. Mapleton Fire Department. Yeah. We have a couple more mummers. In competition. Yeah, we have a pilot. And he isn't walking, he's flying. I don't blame him. It's easier on the feet. He's got his helmet and he's sporting a stealth fighter suit. Mapleton Fire Department. First, it looks like a brush. I believe this is a utility or a squad. Brush 2. That helps. And we have their engine 2 of Mapleton. Engine Rescue 2. All right, we have another float coming up. These guys have got some game. Definitely going after one of those 5 top prizes. And I hear a band coming in behind that. Yeah, you can hear that. Those trumpets rising over the sound of fire truck engines.
Wait, I got one of these.
Send clear inside out, Friendship Island. Leave me a comment if you understand that. Oh, that last unit, yeah, I'm not sure if I called that out right. That was Mapleton's American La France. While we have a break in the action, I just want to remind you, if you're just now joining us, I am John Kane. My producer is Pam Kane, and together we are the Fun Chasers. We do travel videos and live events like this for all our friends on YouTube. Right now we have about 4,920 friends. If you'd subscribe and get us over that 5,000 subscriber mark, we'd really appreciate it. All right, look at that float. That is cool. That is so cool. And we have another float coming behind that one. Those judges are going to have a tough job. Okay, it looks like, if I'm seeing this right, Dairyland. We have a very active group in the Dairy Princesses and the Huntingdon County Dairy Board. They do an excellent job of promoting the importance of farm-to-table milk products and ice cream. They're a big sponsor of our local county fair. And what can I tell you? I mean, ice cream, right? And oh, look at that. Look at that. We got Richie's ice cream. You know, Richie's ice cream in Martinsburg. You know, they're not paying for this sponsorship. I got to tell you, any place you can get a waffle cone that's like baked fresh with ice cream that's like just been made. Yeah, go to Richie's in Martinsburg. 5 stars. 5 stars. Mount Union Area High School. The Marching Trojan Marching Band. Everybody is in costume today. We got a pirate princess. And a lot of people with alternate weapons. Couple sabers. Some of them, those sabers have lights in them, but I don't think they're lightsabers. But it's close enough. Mount Union Trojan Band. It's kind of cool. It still says Mom and Dad Kane up there from an ad that we bought several years back when our son was the director of bands out of Mount Union. Shout out to all the people that load that equipment trailer and do that behind the scenes work. Shout out to all the parents that do all the work behind the fundraisers to make it all possible. Oh, yeah. That guy is scary. He is so scary. Oh, yeah, guys. You are on YouTube. You are on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, look. This is scary. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. We have another engine coming down here. Rescue 19. Stone Creek Valley Community Volunteer Fire Company. McAlevy's Fort. If you're leaving Huntingdon on your way to State College, you can't help but get through McAlevy's Fort. Oh, scary ghosty coming down here. Oh, yeah, he is scary. This ghost is wearing chains. Gives a whole new perspective to the word bound for glory. Have a perfect Halloween. Yeah, I like that. Student driver, step back. It is a big, big truck, and it says student driver on the front. Okay. Never fear, it is the Huntingdon County Career and Technology Center. And wow, I mean, you know, an investment like this, so students, high school kids, could drive this thing and pick up their CDL while they're still in high school? How cool is that? Doesn't blow your own horn, but they got it right. You do need to be 18 years of old before you can actually sit or drive, or sit while you're driving for that CDL. But they can give you the skills you need. Okay. Wow, we got just a whole bunch of craziness with two wheels. Yeah, some scary stuff happening with this van. And even scarier people. I don't know if you can see that. There was a guy kayaking down Washington Street. He is kayaking his way through the parade. You know, we saw a kid in an airplane, but this is our first boat. Yeah, okay, that's cool, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's shooting the rapids here. Shooting the rapids. Okay. Who says you can't fish in town? Oh, they caught a whopper of candy. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if he's giving away whoppers for candy. That'd be kind of funny, right? Oh, this guy, you know. Not to be pointing the finger at it, but he does have a big giant's head. Wow. Holy cow. Oh, did you see that? Oh, holy cow. Oh, okay. Starting to make a little bit more sense now. This looks like it was courtesy of our local outfitters in town, Rock Outfitters. Now, those guys are cool because I think in the summer it's Mondays that they have a float for anybody who wants to take their kayak down the river. They can get you from one place to another and make sure that you don't drown yourself. Important when you're learning. After that, it's just fun. We have a fire department, and they are from the town of Rescue Squad. No, that's not right. Excelsior. Oh, I love these guys. Bellwood, Company 20. 2. Company 22, I believe, yes. Yes, different than what I'm used to because you get them confused with Dauntless 22, and I forget who 22 in Huntingdon is. If you know, leave a message in the comments. All right. We have a float from Skipper's Garbage Service. Yeah. All right. Now they have a skeleton in a dumpster. I'm not that sure that's an approved way of disposing of bodies, but, well, you know, it's a Halloween parade. We have Lady Liberty. Okay, this is a little change of pace. This is better. Club America at Huntingdon. All right, we have Lady Liberty, yes. All right. Thank you, Uncle Sam.
Yep, thank you.
Uncle Sam's looks like he might have put on a couple pounds. I don't know. Hornets. Okay, Judy out of Valley Hornets. Yeah. I think these are the cheerleaders. Yep, they're definitely cheerleaders. All right. Got a couple of people down the road there getting stung by a few of those hornets. Keep your EpiPens handy. All right. Another unit coming down here from Mill Creek. This is Paisley Seacrest the 2025 Mill Creek Fire Princes. All right. And another unit coming down. I think we have another Fire Princess. And they're tossing candy. I love it. I just love it. If you're enjoying the video tonight, please be sure to share it with your friends, leave us a like, give us a comment. That sort of stuff really helps us with the algorithm. And don't forget to tune in to Too Stubborn to Quit. Now with 2 episodes out there, you can find them on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. They really need 50 subscribers on YouTube to turn on all the tools. All right, Mill Creek Fire Company's Fire Princess. Jadelyn Swanger. Oh, yes. She's got that Fire Queen wave down just perfect. Yeah, that is perfect. That is perfect.
You're my idol. You're my idol. Don't be fast.
All right, a couple more fire units coming down here. We are not done yet. All right. B20. B20. 20 is Mill Creek. Department 20, Mill Creek, part of Huntingdon County's elite fire squads. Those guys got it going on. I believe they've got a fire school down there with all the trimmings, smoke building where you can test for your firefighter 1. Yeah, Mill Creek definitely has got it going on. This is a heavy unit here. I believe that is a tanker. Mill Creek, number 20. Making a point that this is, they cover the Mill Creek Fire Protection District. Yep, definitely a tanker. All right. And the fire engine. This is a nice looking unit, Mill Creek. Mill Creek and Brady Township. All part of Huntingdon County's community of fire families, basically. Well, they're volunteers. It tends to be a fire family because the kids, the wives, everybody joins in and helps out with fundraisers and cash parties and rip tickets and bingo. I mean, it is a family. Our community, all of the Huntingdon County communities are so grateful for our firefighters and all they do. Huntingdon County Arts Council. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Wow. Casting spells for sure. Casting spells. The Standing Stone Kickers. Yeah, as I said, everybody is welcome in this parade. Let's go. Check out those lights in this truck coming. They are pretty cool, man. Wow. All right. Can't quite tell which this float is right now. We got Toys for Tots. Out down by Williams General Construction. They're pulling for Toys for Tots. SpongeBob and Squidward. All right. All right. Check it out, man. I am abundant SpongeBob, Squidward, and the whole gang. We got bubbles going on. All right. Bubbles happening. Toys for Tots. Big throw after there. Okay, and just keep it straight. This is the Marine Corps celebrating their 250th anniversary. And one of the things they're most well known for is Toys for Tots. Wow, okay. Yeah. They're having some sort of a chant. I'm not quite sure what it is. Yeah, some sort of a chant. All right, we have another truck coming down here with Shaver Creek's Fire Princess. Fire Queen. Okay, Trinity Hardy and Emma Rollin Fitzgerald. Tell me if I didn't say that right. I tried. You guys look great. Shavers Creek Valley Community Volunteer Fire Company. Yeah. Utility 11. All right, Shavers Creek's engine. Shavers Creek's engine. And rescue. Oh my word, we have a shark. There is a shark in that truck. Right there. Jaws. Jaws is happening. Right there, Jaws. I think he's a great white. He's a great white. Yeah, definitely a great white. You're on YouTube. You're on YouTube. Wave to YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. You're on YouTube. Okay, next unit is from Huntingdon House. A lot of volunteers working in support of Huntingdon House. Okay, they keep coming. How many parades and float participants do we have tonight? There is a lot. There's a very nice float coming. Driver is just patiently waiting for a moment to. There he is. He's starting to come into view now. All right. Okay. Oh, happy Halloween. Yeah. Men at work. Men at work. They got a bunch of people out there splitting firewood. It's about that time of year. About that time of year. Okay, unit from Mid-Penn Bank. Mid-Penn Bank. Thank you. We're always glad when our local bankers show interest in our local events. Okay. Huntingdon Holiday Bowl supporting the Peters Memorial Scholarship. Might be getting a little loud down here. There's we're about 100 yards from the main line from Norfolk Southern. So you might hear train sounds every once in a while. This float is for the Peters Memorial Scholarship Fund. Okay. Looks like a couple of chefs cooking up some mischief. Yeah. Cooking up some mischief. Yeah. Now, there's a story here. Thank you. Thank you much. Oh. That was an entry from the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation. And have they got a plow for you? Oh, check out that plow. Look at that plow, man. Oh, yeah. If you might notice that some of the PennDOT trucks have these pretty green LED flashers on board. That's because, man, I tell you, the visibility at night's good, but in the daytime, that green just really pops and lets you know that there's men at work helping to keep PennDOT workers safe. You wonder why there's no snow on our roads on Pennsylvania in the winter? It's because of a truck like this. It is a plow with a wing plow on the side.
Respect the plow.
Respect the plow. Oh, please respect the plow and give it a little room when you're out there. Don't tailgate them when he's putting stuff. Oh, the wing plow's giving us a little demonstration. We love it. Yay. All right. Hey, and they're hiring CDL operators. So if you're looking for work, there's your chance. Whoa, yeah. So
Hey, we had so apparently Toys for Tots had a recent robbery, and so they need a whole lot more toys donated this year. Toys for Tots.
Okay, not sure if you heard that, but we were notified that Toys for Tots were recently robbed. Can you believe anyone would do that? They are in desperate need of donations, both in toys, like always, cash to help replace that. It's not that long for Christmas to be coming. They got a month because they got to wrap everything they get. So Toys for Tots, help them out because they were robbed, show that you support. Even if you've never given it before, maybe you can only afford, $10, $5, anything is appreciated to help these guys recover so they don't have to disappoint kids, Whoever stole, let's hope if you know anything about it, report them to the local police and help out Toys for Tots so they can make sure everybody has a Merry Christmas and has something under the tree. Very cool float here. Very cool float. All right. And those big units keep on rolling. All right. All right, this big old beast is a Mack truck from Holland Boss Trash and Recycling, one of the community of waste handlers serving the Huntingdon area. Couple more fire units. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Smithfield Fire Department. That boat comes in really handy. A lot more times than what you think. That is Smithfield Boat 10 from Department 10. Smithfield Department 10 is a very important fire department in the Huntingdon County area. They're located just over the river from Huntingdon Borough. If you live across the river or you go to Walmart or Giant, you're under the protection of Smithfield should you have a mishap. And we are grateful and thankful to have them helping us out in times of need. Behind the boat is our second UTV of the night. So that will also be used if somebody is hunting in the woods or hiking or biking. A lot of people enjoy biking, and sometimes you might miss a turn and need some medical attention. That's where the UTVs come in. They go where those big old ambulances won't fit, so the people don't have to carry you so far. They can get these little guys in with their four-wheel drives and into some really difficult places and get you out of the fix you're in. Thank you, Smithfield Township volunteers, for coming to our rescue. And thank you, Smithfield Township leadership, for voting to buy that UTV. That's great. Smithfield is also a part of the brush and forestry prevention. We've all heard about those forest fires, and we think that that's something we see in the news, and it couldn't happen here. Well, the reason they don't get out of control are because of units like Brush 10. And when they get the call, They've got people on the trails taking care of those brush fires before they become something worse. All right, we've got Smithfield's white. Their color is white for all their equipment. This is what they call a heavy rescue unit. That is very important that we have a heavy rescue unit here. They are really the only kind of response that if you get tangled up with a large truck like a tractor trailer or a semi and something weighs a whole lot and needs to be, maybe it spills over, needs to be pulled up and people need to be rescued, they need that. Smithfield Tower 10. Tower 10, very important. This truck I saw played a very vital role when the J.C. Blair fire broke out back during COVID. They had the height in the water thing that with Huntingdon we're able to get the, as they like to put it, get the cold stuff on the hot stuff to finally get that fire under control and keeping it limited to the building that it did destroy so that it didn't spread to other buildings in Huntingdon. There is another band coming soon. And this next float has got Smokey the Bear, who's been the champion of being careful when you're in the woods to not start a fire. And just to remind everybody that till at least the 25th, Huntingdon County is under a burn ban. They may extend it past that. I believe it went into effect September 25th for 30 days. But that burn ban remains in place and could be extended. So check before you start burning anything beyond like a charcoal grill. All right. Couple more units coming down here. Our local Magic Home Furnishings rental outfit has got people passing out candy to all the little ones. Oh, and the cart. That is for when people that need a ride that are in their later years needed from the area on aging. They can get a ride to a doctor, the market. Cart helps fill that need to get people where they need to go. The next band you're hearing is from the southern end of the county, Southern Huntingdon High School Marching Band. Big sound. Southern Huntingdon, big sound. All right, yeah. All right. All right. That was the Southern High School Marching Band. Leave a comment below if you have a student in the Southern Huntingdon High School Band. Maybe you know somebody that has a student in the band. Share this video. This live stream will be available after we sign off today. So you can look at it at your privilege, at your leisure. And check out all these things when you have time and when you can watch the show with the people that were actually in the parade. How about that being fun? Oh, they're stepping off, but they're still playing. Southern Huntingdon Rockets Marching Band. Thank you, Southern Huntingdon. We appreciate you driving up from the low end of the county to come up here to the county capital seat. County seat. Get that right. And we have behind the Southern Rockets, the next unit is the Three Springs Volunteer Fire Department engine. Company 12 from Three Springs, Huntingdon County, riding on a C-grade fire engine. On board, Three Springs Volunteer Fire Company's Little Miss Princess Mackenzie Sent, S-E-N-F-T. I'm not pronouncing that right. Let us know in the comments how that's supposed to be. Candy. People are still passing out candy. It's awesome. Thank you. All right. And thanks again to so many of these groups, like this unit here from S.T. Haynes Contracting, for lending out their equipment so that these units can move and everything gets hauled where it needs to be. I mean, all these marching units, all these floats, everything, it takes a lot to get it all transported here to a parade. Yeah, right. We've got a very unusual car here. I'm going to make sure I'm out of frame so you can see this little low rider. It is cool looking. Yeah. I think we got Cruella going on up here, and her Cadillac DeVille. That is a cool looking car. Check it out. That is a cool looking car.
You're welcome.
That is fun. That is fun. If you ever check down 101 Dalmatians, you might have seen this car. You can see this car up close and personal at Swagger's Antique Auto Museum. That is a beautiful, beautiful automobile. When they say they don't make them like that anymore, they're not kidding. All right, we have another float here. Got some haystacks going on. Looks like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 haystacks. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, this is the kind of float that's right up our alley. RV repair. Yeah, that's good. Every once in a while you need to call an RV repair. As campers, we know that story. All right. More candy being distributed.
Dang it. Here's a free coupon.
Thank you. Thank you.
I already gave you that one.
Thank you.
Come see us in Arby's.
Here's the beef. All right. Thank you, Arby's. All right, another Fair Queen. Oh, Fair Queen. That's a switch. Okay, we're talking about not a Fire Queen, but the Huntingdon County's Fair Queen. Oh, look at that sweet dog.
Okay. Yep, I'm getting there.
Huntingdon County's Fair Queen. The fair's clear back in like the second week of August every year, and they do a contest for a queen just like the fire companies do. So we have a Fair Queen. If you're interested in the Huntingdon County Fair, you might want to know that it is the second largest agricultural exposition in the state compared to the farm show in January. You want to, and the next closest one is in Huntingdon. If you ever been to the farm show, you know that's a big deal. Huntingdon, just about as big a deal. All right, we've got some more units stacking up here a little bit. Tonight's Halloween parade is brought to you by the Fun Chasers. Brought to you by the Fun Chasers, Pam and John Kane. We are happy to call Huntingdon our own and happy to provide the live stream to the fair for everyone that participates. It's Wabbit season here. All right. Looney Tunes going on this float. Yeah, Looney Tunes. Oh, the Tasmanian Devil. All right. Suffering Succotash. All right. All right, this is a big truck from First Alarm Service Solutions. I saw the signs for this outfit. They're offering mobile service. They do oil changes, brakes, maintenance. first alarm service solution. So I guess if you're kind of stuck in your house, your car's stuck at your house and you're not sure what to do, yeah, you might want to give these guys a call, see if they can't get you out of your jam. All right, we have another engine coming in. 65. Our host department, 65. This is the another heavy rescue unit. Squad 65. Again, these heavy rescues are so important to have access to when big things go wrong in your community. If you are interested in helping with this parade, one thing you should know is that Huntingdon Regional doesn't take any of its donations that they get throughout the year for this parade. That's on donations made for the parade and on gifts from the Moose Lodge in town, not from the fire department. They support it with manpower and with spirit and enthusiasm and organization, and with fire police for the intersections, but that they don't take the money out of their treasury. That's all comes from your donations. If you would like to donate for the 2026 Halloween Parade, send your donations to Huntingdon Regional Fire and Rescue, care of the Halloween Parade, to P.O. Box 5, Huntingdon, PA, 16652. Another unit from Huntingdon Regional. Guys, it's been great to be with you tonight. Really appreciate you joining in here and watching this event. It's been awesome. A few more units here. A couple more souvenirs left to grab if you haven't got them all yet. Again, thanks for watching. This is John Kane with my producer Pam Kane at the 2025 Halloween Parade. Be sure to watch our travel videos at youtube.com/The Fun Chasers. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. And don't forget to check out the new podcast, It's Too Stubborn to Quit, the Pam and Linda Show. New episodes coming out weekly.
Thank you for what you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay.